morning time, and we got to feed the viewers. Oh, by the way, hello viewers. Mornings. Another beautiful day. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good or excellent. Alright, now, what do I got for you guys here? Let's get the ball moving here. First things first. That's what we got on the nose here for you little Steam Deck nerds. What do we got? What do we have for you guys? Oh, we're talking about Valve here. Listen to this. Hidden Steam menu shows how much money you've spent on games over the years. Says there, there's a simple way to check how much money in total you spent on Steam buying the games, and adds on, even though the idea is scary. No, it ain't. Money is meant to be spent, man. Says there, you gotta save some of it, but you gotta spend some of it. So anyway, says here, Valve Steam has been around since 2003, and my first memory of the app is installing it to play Half-Life 2 and Half-Life 2 Deathmatch. However, it wasn't around until 2008 that it became widely used as a digital storefront for purchasing games and creating digital libraries. Subsequently, exploding in the 2010s, the go-to platform for gaming. And then it says, like many gamers who have been gaming for over it should have been decades. It says here, my Steam library contains hundreds of our games, which with many acquired during some of the platform legendary Steam sales. And with my recent acquisition of our excellent Steam Deck OLED gaming handheld last year, that trend of buying new stuff to play isn't going to stop anytime soon. Says here, as spotted by Reddit user Trotsky94 via PC Gamer, says they actually straightforward way to check how much money you spent buying PC games on Steam. This isn't one of those tools that gives you the total value of your game library. It's a $ number outlining all the money you spend on the platform. Like me, you might be a little afraid to look because we're talking about a decade and change of buying PC games on Steam. However, here's how you can check. It says in the Steam client, go to help, Steam support my account, data release your Steam account, and then external funds used. It says here you'll see how much you've spent. For me, the figure is currently 1,953.40 USD. It says here, sharing this hidden menu with our Discord group of friends I've been gaming with since going to school. It turns out that's around $2,000 in the ballpark for us. Naturally, people responding to the original post and news have provided image confirming that they spent $10,000 or more on games, apps, and microtransaction at the same time. Others have shown they have more conservative gamers spending only a few $100s. Look, man, I'm sure I've spent money on video games, but is it a big deal? No. With the way video games are going, and if you love this stuff, you're gonna spend money on it. Bottom line. So to me, this article is like don't blame video games for your problems. You know, you don't blame video games for your problems. You know, because I mean, video games is your hobby, your entertainment, your recreation. When it, you know, and your hobby. I mean, you know, or it could be your career if you choose to do it. So you know, don't blame video game for your problem. You know, you have to like look at the individual, which is you, and then you know, take it from there. But don't blame video games for your problems, man. You know, like when they had the school shootings and like for instance like when they have school shootings and stuff like that, people were trying to say it was video games, but it wasn't video games. It was the individual. You know, like I've always told you, know what you can handle, know what you can stand, know what you like, what you dislike, what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with, what goes against your principles, you know, what goes against your values. That's how you approach video games. So most of those people didn't even know use that philosophy. You know, they were just playing, or maybe the person had a issue, you know. All right, what's that word I'm looking for? A defect, and they never, you know, they tried to use video game to mask it, but the video game exposed it, you know. but then again, self-control comes into play. So when it comes to video games, man, don't worry about how much. Never worry about how much money you spend, because that will never be that's not an issue, you know. It was never an issue, you know. So, because I mean, you have to buy money for your entertainment. I mean, you have to spend money on your entertainment. You gotta spend money on bills. You gotta spend money on food. You gotta spend money on clothing, shelter, you know, on your phone. I mean, on your utilities and all that. So yeah, in transportation. So yeah, in traveling. So vacation. So never worry about that, man. It's just that you got to keep up with the times. You know, I'm sure, like the article says, people spend 10,000. They've been with Steam from day one. They've been PC gamers from day one. They've been a PC gamer for years. For years. So it's not a big deal, man. To tell you the truth. You know, some people try to blame, you know, use video games as a scapegoat, you know, to blame it for their problems, you know. So, but it's not the game, it's you. And sometimes, I mean, video games can expose all your weaknesses too. You know, if you're a sociable person, if you're standoffish, if you're quiet, you know, I could give you a story where I played against all kind of people when it comes to video games, and it exposes them, but they have a tendency to deflect. You know, I could give you stories on that. So. But video games expose you, man. So I mean, expose your weaknesses and teaches you what you need to work on, you know, as far as like individually. But spending money on video games, man, don't let that bother you, man. That's not even that's not even an issue, you know. That's not even an issue, you know. You can't take all the money. You can't take all the money to the grave with you. So don't even worry about it, man. You know, just exercise some self-control and then take it from there. But other than that, man, spending money on video games, it's not even an issue, man. Should never be a problem, you know. That's a lot of discipline and a lot of discipline is involved in this matter. But don't blame video games for your problems, man. Never do that. Yeah. So yeah. And by the way, people play video games. People play video games for different reasons. So don't blame video games for your problems, man. Nah. Yeah, man. But other than that, man, Valve showing you how much you spend. Oh well. What those players are gonna when those seasonal sales are come around, like the spring sale, the summer sale, the autumn sale, the winter sale. They're gonna spend money, because the deals are too good to pass up, man. So yeah. So yeah, it gets like that, man. So yeah, like I do the weekend PC deals. I do the weekend PC deals every week, and yeah, it shows you those deals are good. There's some good deals, man. So, but when you love video games, man, yeah. You gonna spend some money, man. That's just the way it is, you know. So yeah, man. And to those people that got their library and museums and bunkers and caves and their stores of video games in their own apartment, yeah, don't feel ashamed, man. Don't feel ashamed. Look, I had a friend of mine that I knew, and that died, and he was big on comic books, man. He was big on comic books. When I say this man has stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of comic books, from the pins to the posters. This man was a comic book nerd, man. Yeah. And I never hated him for it. I never said anything negative about it, man. He just loved it. That was his hobby. That was his passion. That was his, yeah. He loved it, man. Money wasn't the issue. Money wasn't the issue to him, though, when it comes to the comic books. He just had to have it, man. I mean, he had stacks and stacks and stacks of comic books, man. Yeah. So it's the same way with video games for people who love video games, man. They just love it, man. So yeah. Yeah, man. Video games, man, is not the issue, man. It's that you the individual, have to know what you can handle, what you can stand, and what you're gonna spend and what you're not gonna spend, and all that. All that plays into it, man. So yeah, and then take it from there, man. But my friend, man, he had the biggest comic book collection I have ever seen, man. The biggest, man. This man's closet had boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of comic books, man. Man had comic books laying stacks by the bed. He loved it, man. So yeah, and I never came at him like over it, like try to question him about it, man. It was his hobbies, man, and he was like, yeah, he loved it, man. So it's video games get like that, man. I'm sure there's people out there that collect video games, man, and they have plenty of games. They just love collecting that stuff, man. So yeah. I mean, it's a good hobby, though, So I mean, it would be the same for people who like trains, like those trains that carry the cargo. Now, when you got people that like they have like a room and then they build the biggest train set that you can think of. And they build, if they have the space in the room for it, that's their hobbies, man. They love it. You know what I'm saying? It keeps them balanced, man. It gives them a balanced view, a balanced perspective on life, man. So yeah, it's the same thing with people who like those model race cars when they build those tracks. It's their hobbies, or stuff that they like to do. So can't knock them for it. So yeah, man. But when it comes to video games, man, it's the same way, man. So some people just love that stuff, man. They just do it, And they probably got some games that they ain't got around to finish it, but they got it, So yeah, man, look, I had a chance to get a Neo Geo once, man, and I should have gotten it too. The cartridge system, should have got it, but oh well, let it slide, but let it go. But anyway, but this gaming stuff, man, it's a good hobby though, man. But self-control, discipline, sometimes being content, I mean, being content comes into play too. So it's not the game, man. It's just you. It's not the game, or your spending. It's just you have to realize, what you're getting into, man. So yeah, that's what it comes down to. And yeah, some people just love it, man. Some people love just love collecting that stuff. Yeah. It's a good hobby to get into, though. Yeah. Same thing with comic books. Yeah, my friend, man, he that comic book, to this day, that comic book collection is still impressive, man. Still impressive. Still impressive, So yeah, so I learned from him when it came to this gaming stuff, how to collect, So yeah, yeah. Another one of my friends that I know, a good friend of mine, that I know. He was into music and video games. He was music, video games. And his collection was impressive too. So yeah, his collection was impressive, man. So yeah, and he loved making his music and his beats, and yeah. So those are the people I hang around with a lot, man. So they're good people, man. So they love their music and their video games, man. So, and their comic books. Good hobby. So money's not the issue. Money is not the issue. Money is not the issue here, man. When it comes to like when you get into a hobby, money is not the issue. Never make money the issue. Like when you're collecting stuff, never make it an issue. You just know you just got to get money to start collecting stuff. Whatever hobby you decide to get in, whatever the hobby that you're trying to get into. realizing that you gotta have money to do it. So yeah. And sometimes when you're collecting this stuff, like you know, like when you're spending money too on gaming, sometimes you get a good deals on these games too. You know, you get a good deal on these games. You know, when you're getting into it. You know, so when it comes to Steam, man, don't let money scare you, man. when you're doing your gaming, don't let money scare you. Good. We just realize you're gonna spend some money on, you know, you're gonna spend some money when it comes to these games, man. So don't let that number scare you. $10,000. Don't let it scare you, man. So yeah. Other than that, man, good. It's a game collecting is a good hobby, but just realize that just realize that you got to have the just realize that you got to have good the space for it if you're gonna get into it. You know, so yeah. I mean, look, these Steam sales, man. The weekend PC deals is one. Them little festive sales that Steam has, they're good. But those seasonal deals like the spring, the summer, the autumn. Oh yeah, them the time to buy some games, man. So yeah, that's a good time to get some games. You know, so if you don't get your weekend PC deals, and you know, yeah, if you just got to find a season to you know, to do it. You know, so that's one thing I love about Steam too. That's one thing I love about Steam, is that you pick the week or the month that you're gonna decide, or this, you know, you pick the week, you pick the day, the week, the month, the season. You're gonna decide to buy some video games. That's what I love about Steam. Yeah, you know, you pick the you pick the week, the day, the month. You're gonna decide to buy some games for, you know, for your gaming. And you know, gaming is a part of your entertainment. So yeah, there's 365 days in a year. So you know, you got the entire year to figure out which day, which week, which month, you know, which season, you know, that you're gonna buy some games. And that's what I like about Steam and GOG and Epic. Of course, Epic gives out free games, you know, and Humble, Fanatical, Green Man Gaming, Game Explains, Game Billet. Games Planet, not Game Explain, Games Planet. So you pick the one thing I like about PCs, you pick the day, the week, the month, you know, and the season that you're gonna buy some games, you know. So yeah. And if somebody try to come at you about video games, man, they're trying to use video games as a scapegoat. They might just try to come at you about it because they themselves play games, but they don't want their covers blown, so they try to use you as a scapegoat. You know, try to come to you to like talk down on video games. But other than that, man, yeah. So don't worry about spending money on this stuff, man. Don't. It's part of your entertainment, man. So don't worry about it. You know, it's just money. And once you learn the principle of money, and once you realize that you have once you realize that a human has what 5 needs. Has a physical need, emotional need, spiritual need, recreational need, entertainment need. You'll understand. Video games is part of your entertainment. So don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. You know, people are gonna spend money, man. They just they love the deals that these stores got. They be having, man, they're good, man. So that's why it's good to save your money and just like pick the console you like. Pick the portable PC you like. Pick the laptop you like, your desktop you like, and then, you know, Wait for the day, the week, the month, or the season you decide to buy some games and just spend your money, man. So don't throw a panic or a tantrum just because you spent some money on video games. It's a part of your entertainment, man. So yeah, keeps you balanced, man. Yeah, keeps you balanced, you know. So yeah. Other than that, man, that's my take on the whole thing. So don't worry about it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars Dark Side. Go. Peace.